Hi Erkan, how are you?
Fine, thank you so much.
Erkan, you are the CEO of a US module manufacturer in Texas, and in an interview with the Houston Chronicle just a few days ago, you said that you were not happy about Biden's solar policy and that you have high hopes for the Trump administration. Why is that, and what do you expect in the future?
Well, the reason for that is, of course, the Biden administration enabled the IRA, and we are grateful for that. They kind of paved the way for local manufacturing here,
Mm.
and that's why we came. That's why we invested so much in the United States. Originally, we are a Turkish-based headquartered manufacturer, but we were invited to the USA through a program called Select USA,
Hmm.
which is an organization that is kind of under the umbrella of the US embassies around the world. So they invited us to bring manufacturing back to the United States, and we accepted that invitation back in September 2022. And in January, we had the decision to invest, and from January next year's March, so 2024 March, within kind of 15 months, from theory to reality, we made it happen. And we always had the strong belief that the exemption on the tariffs that or the exemption on asking questions, to be more precise, on bringing in solar modules from Southeast Asian countries was expiring on the 6th of June. So we prepared everything to be ready and ramped up until the 6th of June. But somehow the Biden administration was not willing to close the loopholes, and they still didn't. So it's coming in approximately 2.5 gigawatts every month are coming into the United States. Last month I checked, it was 3.5 actually, because probably the new administration is coming. The imports are increasing. So that's the reason why I wasn't happy because they did enable local manufacturing, but they were not willing enough to protect it.
Yeah. So what do you expect? There will be a stronger import tariffs or a total ban? What's your hope, or what do you expect will happen?
Well, I don't think there will be total ban. I believe there will be a stronger stance against it because so many companies have invested in the United States, which are creating good paying jobs. There is a new supply chain in the United States, and there's a big commitment from many different companies, and I believe that these jobs will be protected because the new administration, I believe, cares more about jobs and local manufacturing because it's always a question between is it about protecting the environment and then enabling solar to become just cheaper and so that it's more accessible for everyone? Or is there also a dimension to it where we want to make sure that we are not reliant on just one country and which controls the whole supply chain in the world?
Yeah.
And during COVID, we saw that that's not a good idea to rely on just one country to to buy everything from. So there must be a balance in between that, and I believe the new administration believes in that even stronger, even though they may believe less in the green transition, uh, but they do believe more in local manufacturing,
Yeah.
is my belief.
So you mentioned you don't expect the ban, but basically it must be higher tariffs. Then what kind of tariffs, import tariff, do you need to have a stronger marketing chances in the US for your company?
I think it's not about the numbers. It's about the drop shipping. It's about the loopholes. It's about bringing products to other countries and then bypass tariffs, circumvent the
Oh, right.
tariffs.
So there's basically no
It's
tariffs
big,
because of the loophole or the going through other
yeah,
countries.
because because the Biden administration also increased the tariffs on China, but in reality, no modules are coming from China. All modules are coming from third countries, from other countries, where it's kind of a game where they're always repositioning themselves and always are one step ahead of the administration.
Yeah.
And finding other third countries to circumvent the situation. And it's actually also, announced that they are circumventing, but somehow the administration is really slow to implement the results for that.
Understand, yeah. So currently, when you look at for example, First Solar, they sell at around 30 cents per watt. So this is actually 3 times more than in Europe for modules with then even higher efficiency. So how do you think that, let's say, policy avoiding loopholes will impact the US solar module price and also the US economy in total if you have in the long run higher levelized cost?
Well, First Solar is a very different technology.
Yeah, sure.
Is a very different product. Higher efficiency, I don't agree with that, because the efficiency is still lower than
no, I mean,
let's say
yeah, what I meant is First Solar has a lower efficiency, and in Europe you can get higher efficiencies at a third of the price.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. But then again, First Solar is also a technology that the world has not decided that that's the route to go to because of the environmental concerns. And I don't want to say anything too harsh about it, but it's a different technology.
Sure.
Yes.
But still, I guess the average selling price is a lot higher than in Europe, and with the closing those loopholes,
that is true.
Yeah, it would go up, right?
But the reason why the European market is seeing so low prices is not actually because of the product, because it's not because the product's cost is so low. It's because it's subsidized by China, and Europe is not willing to kind of level the playground.
Yeah.
And that's why the European manufacturers actually left or went bankrupt. And one of the last ones was Meyer Burger. It's not a secret. And they also left. So, they have some presence still, but mainly they have to leave. They didn't want to. They had to leave.
Yeah.
Because especially Germany and as a whole, the European Union was not willing to take a stance against that.
Yeah, totally agree. So what are your plans for 2025 and future years? What's your capacity now, and where do you want to take the company in the near future?
Our current capacity in the United States is 1 gigawatt. And as we speak, we ramped up 1 shift, and we want to ramp up a second shift by Q1 next year, and then gradually go to the third shift. And while we're doing that, we also want to commission the second line. So altogether, we will, by the end of next year, we will become a 2 gigawatt facility. And we have a 3.5 gigawatt capacity back in Turkey. Right now, we don't ship anything from Turkey to the United States. Everything that we sell here is Texas assembled, US assembled. We do have an option with our partners to also deliver US made modules. And it's not a secret. It's public. It's on LinkedIn everywhere. We will use the Saniva cells for that.
All right.
That is a Georgia-based company, and they're an amazing company, and we see them as our partners. And I believe other players will also succeed in commissioning their cell manufacturing plans. I know a lot, many. I don't think that all of them will be successful, but some of them will be.
Yeah.
So there will be alternatives as well. So I believe the supply chain in the United States will become more and more local.
Yeah. You mentioned cells. What about the other materials, glass and encapsulants, junction box? Can you source them now in the US or?
We can. For encapsulants, for back sheets, we have two alternatives, and we already have agreements with them. We have commitments for capacity. And for junction box, we also have two alternatives, and we always love redundancy. Both are local. One is commissioned just last week. The other one was commissioned, I think, 3 or 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And both are good suppliers, very well-known brands. And for the glass, that's a big pain point still. I don't see a very near future glass supplier in the market. I know that there is some initiatives that are looking into it. They're trying to make it happen. They're also looking for commitments. It is something that will also happen, but probably not within the year of 2025.
All right.
That's further away.
Yeah. Hey, Ercan, thanks so much for telling us what's the situation like for you in the US and your expectations. All the best for your great plans. Talk soon, Ercan.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
Thanks.